Okay, you ready? All right, Commissioner Smith made the motion to come out, or Commissioner Thomas, I'm sorry, made the motion to come out of executive session. Commissioner Smith seconded, all three voted yes. And so we are out of the executive session, no action taken. Thank you for bringing this clerical dispute to the county commission. Thank you for the assistance of the auditor's office in helping to discover that, and we will move forward. Thank you very much.
See you guys probably in a couple of weeks.
Yes, yes, we should, yes.
On happier terms.
All right, we will move forward with an update from our facilities manager. Couple different items of business.
Yes, good morning, Commissioners, and good
Morning.
morning, everybody. First up on the list, as you all know, last night here in town, there was a bad crash and it took out a power pole.
Yeah, I lost power now.
Lost power. So in those situations, when you have a main three-phase line, the three circuit breakers have to kick and the electric goes on and off violently 3 times. It causes your all's servers and every other electrical item in all the county properties. It causes lots of problems. So I came in around 9 to try. The IT monitor did really great, and they tried to help me through all the different places.
Okay.
And reboot everything, but it did not work out. So I made the call so that we didn't interrupt the business of the county to go ahead and have them come up last night. And we was able to get it going by around 12:30, 12:45. Now there has been a few remaining issues in all of the offices, and I've tried to do everything that I could do, and we got almost everything going. But Jeremy from IT Monitor said that he decided just to go on up. The health department has internet issues, and Sabrina down in the rec room have connectivity issues. So they're just going to come up and work through all that. So hopefully we got all that squared away with the fire alarms and security systems and elevators, and the sheriff, his staff, of course, is here 24/7, and they was needing the servers to do their work last night. So finally, they was all still here, of course, at 12:30 when we finally got it going for them. So we appreciate always the sheriff and his staff and their patience when we're dealing with these situations. But we did, however, try to get it on last night. So moving on, if we want to, we can go to the sheriff's office contract situation.
Yes, please.
Yes.
I apologize to the commissioners as they saw the Panhandle. Commissioner Stone worked most of the day last Thursday negotiating a contract with them to try to get the things in the contract that Prosecutor Shea wanted. She pretty much accomplished that mission, and I congratulate her on her willingness to try to get the sheriff back in his building as quick as possible, and all the commissioners. So as the commissioners know, of course, Prosecutor Shea he always is very kind to advise us on all the contracts, and he had 3 items that stood out that needed to be fixed.
Right.
So, no help to the commission and the sheriff. The Panhandle sent the revised contract at 9 o'clock, with the commission meeting being at 9:30. So, of course, we called Miss Tara Beasley, and she said she would make the prosecutor aware at 9 o'clock or so that he did in fact get an email from us. And he has not weighed in, to my knowledge, unless he checked in with one of the commissioners.
Yeah, the prosecutor has checked in with me. He's reviewing it literally right now.
Okay, so I want to just, can I
So-
make just a couple statements here concerning it? So with legal counsel, our prosecutor, reviewing this contract and having some suggestions, it was really just a negotiation to make certain that what needed to be in the contract to protect Panhandle and the county commission was in there. And so going back and forth, and I believe honestly that it was just a timing factor, because with them needing to have certain things in the contract, I'm sure that they had counsel of some sort that was reviewing it as well. So to get it back and to have the things in it, and with Jay reviewing that,
In less than a week.
yeah, is pretty big. And we have some other stuff that we have to go over. One other thing, in looking at, do you have something?
I mean, I think it could have been a less complicated Panhandle, that's my opinion. So they did, I mean, we had the draft on Friday and then we talked to them again. They came back this morning. They did add an additional insured, which is good. The penalty was increased to $100 a day, not a week. $100 a week is nothing. That's $5,200 a year. Anyone could pay that penalty. And then, well, you know, a business of their size could pay that penalty. And then the legal venue was put to Preston County, not a big deal.
Right.
There's just one thing is reading this new contract when it came in that I wanted to make you guys aware is they pushed the completion date back a month.
Right.
That's fine,
Because
but they haven't been doing anything for the last few weeks.
One other thing is, I believe that the address at the top of that, Joe, needs to be 106. 103 West is your physical address, right?
Yeah.
And so with the contract being between the county commission, it just needs to be our address. And that's neither here
I
nor
mean,
there. I think that
I
that
just,
probably makes sense
Yeah.
because the physical address is
Right.
the location of the work being done, not our address. So that's neither here nor there, but it's one thing that did stick out.
I mean, Jay said, I mean, me and Jay talked yesterday, over the weekend and Friday. He said if these 3 key points were met, we would be okay. The only thing that's really changed is just the completion date.
But that's understandable because.
Well, I don't understand why they changed the completion date once they put a higher penalty on there.
Well, I can understand that because we have basically not allowed them to do anything the last few weeks. So that put them behind.
I know, but
That's my rationale.
To add another point to that, one of the additions to the contract was a
Lead
lead
time,
time that
yes.
wasn't in there previously,
Mhm.
and that could very well factor
And
into that
equipment
time.
for-
Equipment,
Yes.
if you
Supplies.
try to get any kind of, major
Yeah,
equipment.
it wasn't in the
or whatever,
original.
It takes
It wasn't
time
in
to
the
get it. I mean, look at the chiller issue we were working on.
If I may add, they have another job they relayed to Samantha and I, that they were waiting on an electrical box, much like the sheriff needs, and they would have a 9-month wait.
that's understandable. Our concerns is if they don't show up and do the work at all.
So seemingly, would the commissioners agree that they have tried, with the help of Commissioner Stone, that they have tried to come to your all's requirements?
I feel a good negotiation took place because of what we needed from them, just going back and reviewing.
It should have been less complicated that they did their due diligence, and I think it's a signable contract. And we just got notice from Jay, he reviewed the draft, and he said that he advised us that we signed it. We had his grace,
I'll text you or something.
texted
Yeah,
me.
I'll text me.
All right, Nate, if you could give us an official copy printed out of the contract, and make sure that ask Jay about the 103, because I believe it needs to be 106
Okay.
in that contract because it's
Yeah,
with the
probably.
county commission. So if you can just double check on that,
Yeah.
and we'll finish up with our other items.
Stuff, okay. Well, I think.
So that we could even recess at the end, take the action and recess at the end, waiting for you to bring it back.
Okay.
We will. So, okay, let me get back. So, okay, next thing that we have, update on the daily building.
Daily building?
Yes.
Yes.
It is going really good. They have moved most of the stuff yesterday from in the annex over to the daily building. And I believe that all the internet and phones and everything is ready for them. It was ready, I believe, Friday afternoon. And they had moved the first stuff out, and they are going to move Amy and Ann from the courthouse to the daily building today. Everybody has done amazing. The schedule has worked out really great. Maintenance tried to be there to help in any way possible and do all the little things that was needed to get them moved in. I am sure that as we continue, there'll be more things to do as we go along. So I think that all in all, it seems to be working out really good. They should be moved maybe even a day early.
It would be nice having the whole office together in one location.
That's right. So
Okay, anything else, Jeff? At this time, I move to go into executive session for personnel matters.
I'll say it.
It's been properly moved and seconded to go into executive session for personnel. Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. You having fun, Mark?